G'day trendsetters, I'm John with Gravel Cyclist. Today I'm coming to you not with an unboxing and features video, definitely a features video, but the delivery experience for this bicycle is a little bit different from the norm. So, real quick, this bike that you'll see momentarily is from the good folks at American Bicycle Group, the parent company for brands such as Lightspeed and OBED, and I have reviewed the Lightspeed Ultimate and the OBED Boundary. You can check those linked in the description below. But this is the latest machine to spring out from OBED, namely the GVR, which is a pretty serious carbon racing slash riding fast slash having a bloody good time with your mates on the gravelly roads less traveled. But the folks at American Bicycle Group said to me, John mate, we want you to do something different. We want you to spec out this bike as you would. So go nuts with paint options and group set, whatever you desire. So here's the ordering process. Let's head over to obedbikes.com, and for something different, let's order up a GVR with my favorite one by mechanical group set, Campy E-Car. This bike needs to stand out, so Sublime, let's go with that. Fork color, deep chill, a nice contrast I reckon. Decal color, petrol, because I like high octane performance cars. Wheel set, two choices from Spinergy. We'll pick the top tier option. Tires, no brainer there. Panaracer Gravel King SK 700C by 43mm, my go-to tire in brown wool no less. Saddle, unlikely to swap that out, so let's choose the base option. Seat post upgrade, pass on that, I'm okay with a regular seat post. Storage mount upgrades, let's choose the top tube mount, no brainer, and a nice place to stash some goodies. Component sizing, custom for the E-Car crank, 172.5mm. Handlebar width, 42cm, and stem length, 100mm for this bike. Size small is too small along the top tube, so size medium it is. Although that head tube is a little big for my liking, but we'll make it work. Righto, so I clicked submit. Now the order's gone into OBED Central. Now we just have to wait patiently for this said bike to be delivered to my front door. And here's the delivery process. KITZUMA has delivered the bike to my humble abode. And here's a package from American Bicycle Group, this being a OBED bike. Look at that, looks like it's almost ready to roll. I'm going to peek inside the van over the driver's shoulder. Thank you, sir, for dropping this off, by the way.
Absolutely.
There it is. Very nice. The front wheel. Well, there's nothing to do really, is there? Just basically install the front wheel and ready to go. It looks like you've got about 6 bikes on board. Here we are. Look at that. OBED with the Campy E-Car group set. I'm going to just get out of his way here. He knows what he's doing. He's a trained professional. An interesting thing about this method of delivery, there is no packaging, so that's a bonus. So the kindly driver here has asked me about my measurements. Like, no, I'll take care of that myself. That's a very good service. Yeah, the bike looks to be in fantastic order. I'll get it under review shortly. Thank you, KITZUMA Cycling Logistics. Well, how cool is that, trendsetters? All I have to do is make a few adjustments to the bike, install pedals, bolt cages, and the OBED GVR is ready to roll for the review miles ahead. Now let's pop open the little bag of goodies supplied by American Bicycle Group. There are the different brands. Nice little roll top handy bag. Righto. Oh nice. We have a size small OBED t-shirt, bidon slash water bottle, a bag within a bag, and another bag. Okay, oh yes, this is like the quality control check from Lightspeed slash OBED headquarters. And there's also brake blocks and some other parts inside. And final piece, oh this could be interesting. Oh yes, very nice. Look at that, a Torque Ratchet Pro wallet, a multi-tool and torque ratchet. Handy. So that's the delivery experience. Now it's time to jump in real quick to some of the standout features of the OBED GVR. And don't forget, this is just a preview, it's not the review, that comes later. And here it is, the OBED GVR, as delivered to my front door by the good people of KITZUMA. thank you very much. That was a spectacular delivery experience. Now this bike is designed to be ridden fast or slow, but is definitely geared to riding fast on the gravelly roads less travelled. In a nutshell, the folks at OBED wanted this bike to excel in pretty much any road surface, whether it be pavement, dodgy pavement, gravel, big rocks and so on, but they also wanted some aero advantages and less weight. Now, aero benefits can be placebo, perceived advantage and so on, but if it works for you, fantastic. Regardless, they have hidden all the cables on this bike, barring, you can see here, the rear derailleur cable. That's all it's showing. It's a pretty spanky front end, which is by my good friends at FSA, Full Speed Ahead, the ECR system. Now, I'll save a lot of the more techie details for the coming review, but this is a carbon frame and forecore chassis if you prefer. So it's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody wants to ride a carbon bike. I mentioned a moment ago the weight. Now this bike does feel light. I'm not going to spoil the surprise of the coming review by throwing it onto the scales right now, but my friends from the American Bicycle Group, as I mentioned earlier, the parent company of OBED, said, you can please spec this bike out to whatever specs you want, provided they're on our website. So I said, let's go berserko here. I really would like to ride the Campy E-Car group set again. This is my favorite one by specific group set. If you're interested, you can see a long-term, no bull review of this group set linked in the description below. And the gearing is a pretty tasty spread. On the front, you've got a 42th chainring. On the rear, this Campy cassette, it's a 10 to 44 13 speed, and if my memory serves me correctly, you've got 1 tooth jumps from 10 to 14, so no annoying gaps. Now mind you, those are big jumps in gear inches, but still, I found this was the best cassette going for one-by applications, at least if you're running the Campy 13 speed, etc. FSA, like I mentioned earlier, they handle the cockpit parts, and the wheel set is the flagship model offered by Spinergy, the GXX. The wheels are shod with one of my favorite tires of all time, my go-to tires, to be quite honest with you, the Pano Racer Gravel King SK in 700C by 43mm, and I just love the brown sidewall, but you know, black would do nicely as well with this bike. And obviously this color scheme, well, I did say I went crazy, didn't I? It's not for everybody, but I think it looks pretty cool and it stands out on this somewhat gloomy day. Now, whilst this bike might be for a 1x group set in this particular scenario, it does support a 2x. There is a front derailleur mount, and speaking of mounts, there's a ton of mounts on this particular bike. You've got the regular place on the down tube, the seat tube you'd expect, and the, as I call it, the third bottle cage mount beneath the down tube, the cow catch the position. And atop the top tube, the bento box mount, the feed bag, whatever you like to call it. That is an optional mount, but I have grown so accustomed to that mount being available and mounting a bag of some kind for my camera accessories, gels, whatever you're into. Some other details real quick. Tire clearance is 650B by 53mm or 700C by 43mm. The seat post is breaking from tradition. It's 31.6mm. A lot of folks, they like 27.2, so it's not going to be for everybody. Finally, sizing. This is a size medium with a 544mm long top tube. So this is a basic rundown of the bike. Be sure to tune in for my long-term, no bullshit review of the OBED GVR. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for content such as this. No bull Tarama gravel bike reviews, other product reviews, rider experience videos and general madness. All right, baby, let's go. Yeah, as all of it is released to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.